Now, for common problems, we've got a good list here of common problems, and we'll give you some demonstrations here. We're going to talk about leash training right here. I'm going to talk to you about it now. I'm going to show you a little bit with Sassy and have Tiffany. Tiffany will kind of show us, and then I'll explain what's going on and how things work. Now, dogs are dynamic. They're not static. They don't do it the same way every single time, not even Sassy. And Sassy is one of our best dogs. So I'll explain things as they come up, how to handle them. If you have questions there, again, like I said, shoot us a message, leave us a comment on our event. I'm going to post a kind of a comments board on there. I want you guys to leave us comments on in questions, stuff that wasn't clear, specific things I said, hey, ask us about it, those kinds of things, and we'll be in contact with you and try to answer as many of those as we can. So for leash training, the biggest thing I want you guys to understand is that a dog pulls not because they're trying to be a pain. They're excited. They want to go there. Wherever there is, they're happy to be there. They want to go there. You're walking down the street, you see a friend that they know, a family member, they're like, woo, yay, and they start lunging, and you're doing this, they're pulling you along. What happens is you've trained them that if they pull, they get what they want. They get to go see that family member or friend. And what happens with that family member or friend? Oh, excuse me, hey, puppy, how you doing? Good job, good boy. You reward them for pulling. Everybody's rewarding them for pulling. They're getting to go where they want, and they're getting petted and praised or treats or whatever. So I want you remembering that you need to assess the situation, decide what is the problem here. What does the dog want? Well, the dog wants to go that way. I'm not going that way. I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to teach them different. Teach them that if I stand here, or if they want to go there, I'm just going to stand here until they calm down. I'm going to call them back. If they come back to me, then we can continue our walk. If not, I'm going to do it again. Now, this is frustrating for all of you. I know almost every client that I've worked with has told me that this is frustrating on the sense of, I can't go anywhere with my dog. I can't take him on a walk. And that's the way it has to be. Because once you start letting your dog pull one more time, even after you leave him here with us and we knock this leash training out, you let him pull once, you've undone the training. And you sometimes starting over depending on the dog. They're like, well, hey, this works again. I'm going to keep doing it. So instead, be 100% consistent. Plan on going down. I tell people, go down to the mailbox, go down to the tree and come back. It may take 30 minutes. It may take longer. Make sure that's your training session. That is your exercise for the day. They're going to be walking back and forth. You'll be walking back and forth. Don't plan on going a nice long walk because you're not going to get very far. Then you'll set goals. Hey, we're going to get to the mailbox today, the neighbor's mailbox tomorrow, by the end of the block by a week from now. So use your best judgment. If your dogs can walk really well in a straight line, just keep going. That's how you know how far you can go. Again, I tell people, try to go half the distance you think that your dog can go. That way you can get back home in time to do whatever you need to do. But again, set aside time specifically for this. So I'm going to have Tiffany show you that here. I'll explain a little bit what she's doing. Sassy's pretty good on a leash, but I'm going to get over here. I'm going to get excited. I'm going to encourage her to come to me and show you what not to do. I'm going to let Tiffany show you how to teach a dog to pull and then how to correct it. So here, we'll get her out right now. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have Tiffany hang on to Sassy here, and I'm going to encourage Sassy over, and I'm going to actually have Tiffany take a step with Sassy while she's pulling. This is what I don't want you doing. This is wrong. This is what you do and we don't realize it. When I say take a step, it doesn't necessarily have to be a step, but what I'm doing is letting Sassy get her way. For instance, if she pulls and my hand goes like that away from my body when I have a leash on, what's going on is she's like, well, hey, I pulled a little bit and I got a little bit of space out of that. I got to go 6 to 10 inches. What happens if I use my whole body or all my weight? Then she's going to start to pull you in here. Now you can't hang on. You see how Tiffany's holding her hands here? This is the perfect grip. We've got the leash over her wrist, the actual loop. That's a security deal. The second thing is she's got 2 hands on that leash to make sure if she doesn't drop her dog, drop the leash on accident and lose the dog, especially if your dog's a runner. More importantly, you're not getting jerked around. She's not being able to pull your hands. The other thing Tiffany's doing is she's got her hand right on her body here. That's on purpose. Again, if you have your hand there, it's a conscious thing for us that we can focus on. Hey, don't move my hand. Now, if the dog pulls your hand off, you can pull your hand off the body. It's a lot more difficult for your dog to pull the hand off the body, but you can also hang on to so she really can't. So Tiffany, you stand over here a little bit. I'm going to encourage Sassy. I'm going to show you what that looks like, that pulling here. Sassy, come here. And Tiff, go ahead and let her pull. Come on. And you see she's got a nice tight leash here. Not nice, I guess you'd say. This leash is nice and taut here. I don't want that. If you ever have that with a dog, I do not want you to advance. Immediately stop. So now I'm going to have Tiffany back up, and we're going to show you the exact same thing. I'm going to get real crazy with Sassy. I'll have you back up a couple steps yet. I'm going to get crazy with Sassy, try to get her to come. Perfect. So you can see Sass there. Anytime Sassy's pulling, Tiffany's going to immediately stand still. She's going to hold on with both hands and set her feet like we showed you and encourage Sassy back. When Sassy comes back, then she's going to continue her walk to me. Come on, Sass. And there's nice and loose, so she's going to encourage her to walk with her. And there she's pulling again, so correct her. We'll do the same thing again. So we're going to go all the way to me here. Very good, Sassy. Good job. So now what happened? The exact opposite of what we're used to doing. You know, we let the dog pull. The dog jumps on me. The dog pulls and gets to go where she wants. Jumping is rewarding to them, so she got a reward by jumping on me. And you know, if that were a pulling situation, excuse me, she gets to pull and get to where she wants to go. Now Tiff did the exact opposite. She told Sassy that if you pull, you know, non-verbally, if you pull, I'm going to stop. I'm going to call you back. I'm using that tone. She's used that tone we talked about, that disappointed tone. That's what our sounds were. We're going, oh no, or ah, that's saying I don't approve of what you just did there. Sassy's a jumper. That's why we have her. So we're working that out today. We'll do that here, a little demonstration later. Again, I want to show you that one more time so you get an idea of what's going on. But the idea is you do not get to go where you want to go if you're pulling. Now, if you're on a nice loose leash, I'll give you whatever you want. So let's do that again here.
Yeah, very good. Okay, let's go for a walk.
Sassy. Sassy.
Yes, very good. Let's go.
Yes, very good, girl. Good job. So the same thing again, you know, Sassy pulled, Tiffany stopped, encouraged back, made her come back. She didn't just wait. She made that leash that leash get loose, excuse me. The nice, a lot of slack in there. She's putting slack in the leash, and then she allows her to go. Now, again, if it becomes tight, no, Sass, back here. Go ahead. Good girl, good job. Let's go for a walk. Again, if she pulls, you stop. Now she's actually got this figured out right here. She's a pretty good leash walker, but you can see, that's it. You can see I've got a nice J shape in the leash, a nice little hook there. That's how you know your dog's doing it correctly and how you're doing it correctly.